Stifex trading floor. Once again, we are looking into the market outlook and what we expect for this. And before that, you know what we had last week. We had a recap and we check on how we performed on last week is when we had one of the best. And remember last week from our markets. Remember last week we discussed on short on this USD yen or the dollar versus the yen. This is the trade that we picked, and you remember very well we discussed this trade from this price point. This was our entry point, and we dropped all the way down. We came all the way down to an average of 250 pips by the close of Friday. So this was a very good swing shot in the direction of the prevailing trend, as we discussed that now. This was a change of the market trend. This was one of the best performances of last week. Then we had powered versus the CHF around Wednesday or Thursday as we closed the week. This was another one, and we were able to pick this trade from around this price point. Yeah, this was our pick point from around this price point. At least we got something out of all this short all the way to around 72, around an average of 70 pips. So these are some of the trades that we picked for free. Anyone who was on our Telegram. And again, remember before we go to the analysis of this weekend, what we expect. Don't forget, everybody, even if you are on YouTube, on TikTok, and everywhere, make sure you always join our Telegram group, because this is why we post all those trades. You can check like this one, we are not able to post anywhere, but this was the chart that we posted here. This sell at this price point, and the market is still dropping. This was the chart there. And from that point, it only took an average of less than 3 hours, and we dropped quite very well. And this was that was the trade. But again, don't forget, this was a USD JPY, the one that we discussed on our YouTube on Monday. You can check, we average an average of between 200 to 250 pips. It was a good trade. Again, it was also posted at this price point. This was the trade after the confirmation, because I told you we'll wait for the confirmation, then we post a trade. And again, don't forget, every time you are trading with us, this is where you get all our trading signals. You always find them. These are VIP signals. You can check with 90 subscribers. So this is where you find everyone. STF VIP signals. So even if you're on TikTok, you're on YouTube, you're on WhatsApp, on any other platform, Twitter, Facebook, anywhere you are, this is where you always be added. Make sure the link is always on bio or this group. You look for this group, Stifex Trading Floor, with 3K subscribers. This is where you'll find us. So let's continue with our analysis. So that was past week. You need, remember very well, you said that the fundamentals moves the market. That's why you need to concentrate very on what is happening. Like today, you have the CPI for the CHF. It's something to be keen on. Though we've not yet opened any other trade for today, we are opening trades are lined up starting from around in the next few hours. On Tuesday, that is tomorrow. Again, this is another week for the rate statement for the AUD. It's a key one also expecting and see what happens. And remember, starting next year, we may have massive rate cuts. So and the market has been bullish all the year through. So Q4 and starting of Q1, expect the market to change in the direction a big way. And again, US, we are going to that. We don't have much on it, but on Friday we have the NFP, we have the non-farm payrolls. These are the job numbers. This one, remember, comes from except from agricultural sector. All the others, you find them here. It's another key thing we are expecting, including the unemployment rate, and see what happens here. Because again, even in the US, we are expecting massive rate cuts starting next year, because now the inflation has been capped quite well. Others that can move the market, especially during the New York sessions nowadays, is something like the unemployment claims. It's another key one. And then on Wednesday, we have the rate statement for the BOC, or the Bank of Canada. It's a key one. Again, you need to pay key attention based again the price of oil. And this morning, as the market opened, there's something I need to take you to. You need to take note of what has happened again to gold this morning. You can check this spike from the daily chart. You can check as we open December trading. You can check the market spike further from 2072 to 2142. 2140. That means we are at a psychological level of 2150. And remember, I told you after this swing, because this was our first buy, you remember very well, And those guys who are in TikTok, you remember very we are here, and even I posted this on YouTube from the price 1877, and I said from this initial drop and after this retracement, I was expecting after the market clears this high, especially for gold, we are going to 2050. That is, that one has been hit. In fact, been surprised, and I said for the first time, I'm expecting gold to hit the all-time high of 3,000 or 2000 from 2,000, then move over there to 3,000. Yeah, per ounce. That's one may happen because of some of the cases. What are the fundamentals again that are supporting that? One of the key things you are supposed to check is for the commitment of traders report. This is another key thing you need to check on how the big financial institutions are doing. You can check one of the key things you need to notice about the US index. You can check, yes, the long contracts we are at 28,000 and short contracts at 9,000. That tells you have more buyers than sellers, but the market is changing, and you can check now the dollar is starting to weaken. One of the key things you note here is number one, by the number of orders that are being added to the short orders. You can check from this point. They are 1,865 compared to those orders that are being added to the long orders. And again, you can check the open interest. These are waiting orders. You can check again, they are positive, 1,465 to the short orders. That tells you the US dollar index or the dollar may continue to weaken even this week, as we have experienced. And if you check out most of the chart, what are we expecting for this week? I'm expecting things like the euro. They did very well by first of all retracing back. I'm expecting after this retracement to clear this high here and continue moving. So this is where now I post these signals on the VIP signals. After this, we're expecting this market to continue even moving up. This bullish momentum to continue as the US dollar weakens. Again, for the pound has really taken that advantage. You can check the market continues moving up. Another key thing, you can take advantage of something like your USD CAD. Remember this one, our first buy was around this price point. We continue looking for those short orders and moving further down. Another one we are dealing with that is something like USD fast, the CHF. Another short you can check. I told you, now the market is just dropping down based on that information. And again, don't forget some other exotics I'm looking to short this week, apart from, especially one of the best move apart from the Euro USD buy, I'm looking to go into that. Another one is like this one. You can take USD versus the Singapore dollar, still weakening. The Mexican peso, dollar versus the Mexican peso. Another one I'm looking to move over there down to this price point here, to this price point all the way here down to this price here. Because of that weakness, I'm also looking for the USD versus the Norwegian krona after this. After this retracement, I'm expecting again the trend to continue further down, and the South African rand. We may continue all the way and move over there to here, though this one is not as stable as we expect. So for gold, after that retracement, all gold, I'm expecting them to continue moving further up. Don't forget something like else after now the USD has weakened. You can check what is happening. You can take even the Bitcoin. We are moving all the way to 50,000. Remember, I told you if you pick this Bitcoin around this price point here, this was our first point. We are picking Bitcoin from around price 28,000. I told you we are expecting the first to move over there to 50,000, and then all-time high of 70,000, and then maybe by the close of the next Q1, we may find ourselves all the way to 100,000. So for the investors, for that, we are still continuing trading that. Again, don't forget you also trade deriv.com indices. Like this week, I'll all be posting deriv.com indices in our for free signals, but for VIP signals, I'll be posting all of that. Apart from that, that is what we are expecting the market. Again, don't forget to be checking on how retail traders are aligning their orders so that you may pick their orders against them and make money on them. So as the trades check, they check for net longs and net shorts, and what we expect from this column. I told you, then you pick a contrarian view to what they are doing. If like the majority are net short, like on AUD JPY, you pick a long order. So these are some of the trade we are expecting, and especially by the change of today, we want to see what happens, and then we can start doing that. Again, be reading this information. So for retail traders, we pick the trades are different from what they are doing. So from Steve Trading Floor, those are the key things we're expecting. From tradingstar.com, this is where you pick all the other legacy futures and you check on how they are doing individually, including something like the euro. I may need to I may also check on the euro because I'm looking for that. And you can check what I'm telling you. Check at this price point. You can check, yes, the long are there, and you can check most of the traders are now coming out there from the short orders and exiting the short position and picking the long position. So that this means an interest rate is positive. That means the euro is quite strong. And now being the USD is now again weak, as we checked from the USD index. So euro USD buy for the week looks to be one of the best trade you can pick, because you can check more contracts are being added to the long orders for the big financial institutions. Then you pick, then you can also check with the IG client sentiment and check what are they are doing for the euro USD. If you check maybe the net short are more, then you can check here. You can check the net shorts are more, so you pick the minimum, which are there from the long orders, and you pick that. But based on today, we need at least to close today so that you can check these changes as the days move. So from StiffX Trading Floor, that is it. Make sure you trade smart with us. Join us on our Telegram, because that is where everything happens, and make sure you continue to earn as you learn with us, as you always do, week in, week out. Thank you, guys.